My little cousin going to France. You have to grow up. I love you, Lee.
You too, Tim. Hi, Mom. I know you're gonna see this video. I want to say I love you, and I rush just to come see you for my prom, cause you're important to me, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters is my mom on this belovedly day. I was about to be ghetto. We talking about your mama here. Yeah, okay, time to be ghetto. It's my prom! And it's my prom. Hey, that's what makes it real. Hi, guys.
Let's start, it'll come back.
I did that. Well, no, I can't hurt it. Hi, baby. Baby. My baby. Yeah. Whoa. Go hurt him. Yeah. I am, Ma. I am.
You gonna hurt him, baby. You hurt him.
Tonight. We went to Walmart last night. Where your fat rolls at?
I did them things. I put that thing on her. Yeah, I did.
Don't look for him. I'll leave him in the past.
I put that thing on her. Portion and squeeze that thing in her back probably like this.
Oh, Mom.
My baby. My baby.
What did I need when I was 16? What did I need when I was 10? What did I need when I was 12? What kind of girl, what kind of woman would I have liked to see? So my name is Candace Jackson, and I'm known as Candida the Poet. I know that a lot of my story is stigmatized in society. A lot of my story is something that people like to shame. And my whole thing that I'm always telling everybody else, you gotta tell your story, you gotta own your story, you know, you gotta be empowered about your story. And then I had to reflect on myself, like, are you really doing that? Are you really telling your story? Because I realized a lot of the poems that I would perform at different places were really not about me. They were like about other things that were important, but just not really owning my story. And so my goal for the next year is to really tell my story for real, like authentic. If I love myself, I will swim away from deep waters that drown us when we get too tired to stay afloat. I've cried enough tears to flood my favorite shallow waters over you. You make waves that rock my boat and make me have to swim. At first I laugh, but I'm no fish, just like I'm no fool. If I love myself, I would sit on the sand and wave at you from across the lake. I couldn't tell people that my parents were dealing with addiction or that my dad was locked up. You know, it was really hard to have those conversations. I feel like the more we all tell our stories in an empowering way and own our stories, then the more all of us can feel confident and know that we're all in this boat together.
When I go to bed at night, as cheesy as it sounds, I really do just look forward to that first coffee in the morning.
My first batch on this, I was only, even when I started roasting on this, I think I was only 16. It was exciting. I mean, it was really a lot of figuring out. My first batch of coffee was really pretty terrible, and it was just a matter of kind of doing it and kind of researching. Back then I had a lot of time to experiment. We really didn't have a lot of customers. It was, I was roasting a pound at a time. Yeah, it's really nice. A little bit grapey.
Tasting notes talk about the acidity of a coffee. All of those types of things are something that were words that were used to describe wine and just sort of translated right over to coffee. You can really kind of sit and talk about a coffee for a long time, right? Be like, yeah, I'm getting kind of like this lighter body, or I'm getting like jasmine florals in this coffee, or we try to just kind of narrow it down so that it's just like, all right, what are like the 3 top things you're gonna taste, right? Coffee is a really great vehicle for bringing people together in general.
Do you think about your legacy at all, like what you're leaving behind?
Well, I hope. I never think about that. It's not about what I want to leave behind. But I want to make your life better so you can make a nice legacy. Mm-hmm. It's not about an individual. It's about making the world better to make you say, hey, I had it nice. Go someplace, it puts you in a happy mind, right? When you come to Ernie's, I want a happy mind. So in other words, you're on vacation when you come to the store. What do you do when you love somebody? Put your hand here, turn it over. Oh, baby. Put your hand out. Oh, Jesus. Put your hand over here. Oh, Jesus. Put your hand here.
You give them your kisses.
Well, you kiss them, right?
Yeah.
I'm being honest,
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Okay, there, they got kissed. Right?
Yeah, there it is.
Hey, how long do you think I've been here?
About 15 years?
20?
20?
Wow.
30?
30?
40? 40. What about 50?
No way.
Wow. What about 60?
That's not possible. You give it all.
What about 70? If you don't believe 70, how about 80?
No way.
Here, let me show you.
Oh my gosh.
What is a rebel title? It's a rebel title. It's a common question. Stay yellow. One more time. What is a rebel title? Rebel. One more time.
What is rebel title?
What is rebel title?
It's just one more line. What is a rebel?
What is a rebel title? It's a common question that people often ask. In this documentary, we will be answering this question.
I submitted my first trailer, but my teacher wasn't satisfied because it sounded like a commercial. My short trailer should be about a topic of my own choice, and this time I wanted it to be about something I think I like. It was about the process it takes from a salvage car to become a rebel salvage. I'm not sure what made me choose this, but I think because I have so much background information about it, since I am an employer in a used car dealership for over than 5 years. The whole process starts with a bid, then a win, then a recovery, then a dismiss. I want to work on this since many people don't know about it, and they don't even know that it does exist. And at the same time, I can be working on something that attracts me, for at least for now. One more thing to add, that this is not about the process it will take, but also about the passion and the offer being put to rebuild a broken car from broken parts.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Anything.
Hi, my name is Jafar Khalil. This year, my birthday, third year. Medina yalla, طلع علي.
You're gonna be famous, Jiddo.
What was it yesterday? What was it?
My mom was such a blessing during this time because she put her life on hold to save my grandpa's.
My dad was diagnosed with MDS. MDS is short for myelodysplastic syndrome, which is a rare blood disorder. And it's like a pre-leukemia. If not treated, it becomes full-blown leukemia. And the way to treat it is to find a donor off the bone marrow registry. It's hard to find a match, and my dad finally found one after waiting around 6 months.
When I found out the news that my grandpa was sick, I was devastated because this was a man who looked after me growing up and who was always there for me whenever I had a problem.
أنا حبيت أصير بصحة تامة حتى أشوفكم خصوصي مدينة. ما كنت فيني قابل لأنه ما عنديش مناعة. أعطوني كيميو دم ويسحبوا دم ويعطوني ميديسن أدوية. قالوا لي بدك تموت ولا بتاخذ الدواء. اضطرينا ناخذ الدواء.
With the bone marrow, your birthday is on the date that you received the bone marrow, because now he's getting his immunizations, shots like you do when you're first born. So now he has 2 birthdays. The only things we know about my dad's donor is that she's 28 and she's from the United States. He wasn't sure if she wanted to be bothered, so we just 2 weeks ago decided to send our information, and we're waiting for her to contact us, so we're hoping she does, because he really wants to meet her and thank her for the life she's given him.
Bye, حبيبتي.
7 months ago, I left France to go to the United States and I moved in Detroit, Michigan. I arrive in my new apartment. I am alone in this room, and for the first time, I realized that I own literally nothing. I don't even own friends here, and this was the start of a new life. I quickly made friends. I was so happy that I adapted myself so quickly in the city, with the language, in the university. I started traveling and I discovered a lot about others, but also about me. So, oh my god, it looks so sleep-free down there. Anyways, it's amazing. I really can't believe that I'm here. If someone would have told me like a year ago I would have seen the Hollywood sign right now, I would never have believed this person. A year ago, I was in France dealing with health problems and trying to get better. There was a lot of words like migraines or becoming blind or brain tumor, and my doctors didn't know and still don't know what it is. It means finding the right medication is hard. Actually, I found the best one myself. Being at Wayne State University in Detroit made me become a real warrior. First, because that's how we call the students at the university, but also in the way this experience made me stronger. And I was really happy and feeling really great, living my best life. And boom, there's this new disease that freaks out the world called COVID-19, and I had to go back to France.
Okay. I'm gonna live.
Love you, okay?
For all the strong, independent women out there.
Oh, this is my boarding pass from when I first came here to Detroit. I moved to Detroit because my parents wanted me to get married after I got my undergrad degree, and I didn't want to. I wanted to get a full-time job. I wanted to be independent. For them, marriage is just like a thing that you do, you know? It's not about love. I moved here to get my master's degree in business. A few months before graduation, I knew that I was not gonna stay here for long because I realized that it would be super hard for me to get a job with my degree. This experience here in the US has definitely taught me a lot of things. All I really want in life right now is just to be happy and be surrounded with people I love. It was really fun. I have such great memories here. I'm gonna miss that.
Alright, baby, no work, baby.
Yo, yo, yo! As you know, one of our most important members can be announced.
Oh, I'm so happy that I'm part of this family. I'm so happy.
We love you, man. We love you, man.
Like, the first thing in my head is like, okay, yes, I'm gonna fight, but I am scared for when I actually meet my family that I will not. That I will, you know, just give in to the pressure and do it.
I grew up a Tigers fan and a Lions fan, and and you're a customer to those organizations, right? You go, you pay your ticket money, you maybe get a beer or you watch the game, and they're entertaining you. But here, this is something to be part of.
One of the greatest things about the Northern Guard is they can really rally around a cause or someone that's in need and make things happen that typically wouldn't happen.
The Northern Guard is the most Detroit group that is out there. It's beautiful and it's ugly. It's quiet and respectful. It's also loud and vulgar. And it is everything that makes up Detroit.
It's part of who you are when you just let yourself love it. Like, once you see it, once you become a part of it, and once you just put forth a little bit of effort to try to, be a part of everything, then it just gets in your blood. And then you don't ever want it to end, and you don't want the club to fail. Because if the club fails, then that part of you kind of fails. So basically, Detroit City till I die.
Okay, girls, you ready to start? Yeah. All right, so I'm going to take you to the plaza. High five. Ezra, you were listening. No, there's not pizza there at Hart Plaza. You know what is there? Where I used to party. So, guys, we're coming up on Hart Plaza. This is where a lot of the techno festivals were held, and they still are. When I was going, in 99, it was called Detroit Electronic Music Festival, and it was free. Anybody could go in. And this is where your mom used to come and party. Is that cool? Do you think it's cool to be in the same place where your mom used to come and dance?
Yeah.
And now I have my own dance studio?
Yeah. And now you have kids?
And now I have kids. Are you my kid?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you go to the club. And you party, and then after that you go to the after party if you were cool enough. Do you think you'd be cool enough to go to an after party?
Nobody's cool.
No.
Well, I mean, everyone's cool.
Oh, yeah, that's true. And it would be really fun. You think it's dangerous?
Yeah, what if somebody gets hurt? There's no adults around and nobody can help them.
That's true. So this is the Packard plant where we used to have rave parties, after-hour parties in Detroit. And technically, guess what? The parties were illegal. They're not supposed to happen.
Oh, yeah.
Because there was so much dancing there and I couldn't help it! Honestly, the biggest reason I went because dancing was just always in my spirit, you know? So like I had to go. Like I felt compelled to be a part of this movement in Detroit.
My art is my perception of the world around me. How I relate to what's invisible and what's visible. Clay for me is like almost like a metaphor for people. It's so malleable, it's so fragile. This piece is to show people what I perceive is like the conception of an ego. The hands represent in a way like thoughts or like a feeling of like a feeling of anxiety. When I create something, it has this liveliness to it. It's not fake, it's not something that can be commercialized. It's plainly what I feel. I'm Austin Brantley. I'm a self-taught sculptor. I'm 24 years old. I work and live out of Detroit, Michigan. This next show is the fucking epitome of my whole career, man. Like, here I am. I'm not doing art fairs anymore. I'm here to stay. I'm here to take over the art world.